Happy Wednesday. Good to see you guys again, or not see you, but you see me. We're starting off with 24 in the review packet. Again, you need to be making corrections if you're not sure. For 24, we do not have enough information. We only have 2 angles and a pair of sides. That's not enough information for us to have a similarity statement. For 25, we have parallel lines. Whenever we see parallel lines, our first thought should be that we're going to have equal alternate interior angles or equal corresponding, which means those angles would be alternate interior. These would also be alternate interior. Some of you might be thinking vertical, which you could use that as well. So yes, they are similar by angle-angle similarity. And then to solve, what we'll do is we'll look at this triangle first, and we'll do A, E, B. A corresponds to D, so I'll start with D. Then I go E corresponds to E and C. A, E, B, similar to D, E, C. On the next proof, we have parallel lines again. In this case, these are corresponding, and those are corresponding. So once again, angle-angle similarity is the reason. That's the postulate. Let's start with what they both share. They share angle N. So I'll do N to P to O, N to M to L. For number 27, we don't have enough information. We only have 1 pair of sides, 1 pair of angles. We would need more than that. For 28, you're going to compare sides, and you got 26 over 13, 26 over 13, and 30 over 15. That's 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1. So they are similar by side, side, side. I would probably start with M, go to N and L. Because these are isosceles triangles, we can do 2 different orders. You could do QPO, or you could do QOP. Either one would work. And again, just remember this means these are corresponding, those are corresponding, those are corresponding. Last but not least, we have a right angle. We have 2 sides, small to small, large to large. They both equal 1 to 2. So the triangles are similar, and they are similar by side, angle, side similarity. A pair of sides, a pair of angles are equal, and another pair of sides, the sides form the same proportion. In the similarity statement, let's start with U to V to T, and that would be W to X to U. That is 29. For number 30, the hypotenuse is QR. The segments of the hypotenuse are QT and TR. The altitude is TS. And the part adjacent to QS, adjacent means next to, would be QT. The 3 similar triangles, we'll start with, let's look at this. We've got P, N, O, Q. I'll start with the big triangle, which is triangle NOP. Go to this small triangle, N corresponds to N, they're the same angle. Q is the right angle. O is the 3rd point, so we do the ones we know. Here, start with P corresponds to P, that's this triangle here. right triangle is Q, and what's left over is O. This would be the corresponding parts. You can write it in different order as long as the parts correspond. Geometric mean just literally means to multiply and take the square root. Here you'll get 32. 4 and 120. I would probably start with the fact that you have a 4 and take that out. So you'll have 2 square root of 120, which is 12 times 10. Twelve is 2 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 5. Because it's 2 times 2 times 3 is 12, 2 times 5 is 10. Take out a 2. What's left inside is square root of 30. Twelve and 16. Well, square root of 16 is 4, so I think I'm going to just bring that out. And leaves me with 12 inside. Now, if you want to multiply it out, take it out each at a time, that's fine. 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. I have one pair of 2's. 8 square root of 3. That's 37. You're going to use corresponding triangles, so you'll have Q over R equals T over Y. 39, you'll have S over Y equals Y over T. 40, you'll have T over Q equals Q over X. For 41, it is important that you're looking at your theorem list. So, I've got this. This is 1, this is X, this is 9, this is Y. I turned it over, 1. I turned it over so it would look like the pictures on your theorem list. So, this part over the leg equals the leg over the hypotenuse. This over leg equals leg over the whole side. Square root of 10. For Y, it's the same idea except this part, 9 over Y equals Y over 10, which means we have Y equals the square root of 9 times 10, because it'd be Y squared. Well, square root of 9 is 3, and I can't do anything with the 10. 3 square root 10. For the next example. I will say, as much as I don't like being stuck in the house, at least I'm getting some things done. We're trying to order out more just because it's helpful to the restaurants. And it means I don't have to cook as much. And as you know, today is Wednesday, so, well, tomorrow is Thursday for pizza night. First, I'm going to go with the altitude. That's the corollary 1. So I'll have 12 over z equals z over 3. Whenever I have the altitude, it's these two parts. So it'll be z squared equals 36, or z is the square root of that, so z is 6. The leg, we're going to do 3 over y equals y over 15. Y, I'm going to skip the square root thing and do y equals the square root of 3 times 15. That means I have square root of 3 times 3 times 5. Take out a 3, and what's left? For x, same idea. 12 over x equals x over 15. I know I'm going to have to simplify, so I'm going to leave this as 12 times 15. 12 is 2 times 2 times 3, 15 is 3 times 5. What do I have a pair of? I have a pair of 2's. I have a pair of 3's. And what's left inside is 5. 6 square root 5. That is number 42. 43, make it look like your pictures that we're used to. 4, 10, x. X over 10 equals 10 over 4. That over altitude equals altitude of the other part. X equals 25. And finally, 44. Sometimes it helps just to turn the paper. I will redraw it. 6x, y, 14. Let's start with the y. 14 over y equals y over 6. Y equals the square root of 14 times 6. That's the square root of 2 times 7 times 2 times 3, which will be 2 square root 21. Pair of 2's, leave the rest. For x, I do 6 over x equals x over 20. I know I'm going to have to simplify, so I have 6 and 20. 2 times 3, 2 times 2 times 5. Pair of 2's come out. Left inside is 30. That is 44. This is the last section. We actually did this homework and went over that on Monday. A over C is equal to D over F, because A corresponds to D. 46, F over E is going to be C over B, because B corresponds to the E. And 47, B over C equals E over F. (48), 49, 50, and 51. Most important is that you know how to set them up. For 48, you're going to get x over x minus 2 equals x plus 4 over 9. This is going to again give you a quadratic. I don't think any of those quadratics will be on the test though. So we'll get 9x equals x squared plus 4x minus 2x minus 8. X squared plus 2x minus 8. And when we take this over, we get x squared minus 7x minus 8 equals 0. Factor it. Equals 0. And solve each one. I don't think you'll see anything like that though. For 49, biggest thing, set up correctly. 8 over 7 equals 16 over 2x. Cross multiply, I get 16x equals 112. X is 7. Same idea, set it up like this. X over 12 equals x plus 1 over 15. 15x equals 12x plus 12. 3x equals 12, x equals 4. And for 51, just turn it to the side. 4 over 3x equals 2.5x over 7.5. Cross multiply and you'll get x equals 2. For 52, we have the tree question. Corresponding parts will be lined up. 3 over 30 equals 2 over tree. We did this on another worksheet. And when we cross multiply, we should get that tree equals 20. For the proof, parallel lines form equal and alternate interior angles. Quack. Huh. We know that QA is parallel to CQ, QU, excuse me, parallel to CK. It's given. We're trying to show the triangles are similar. We need to show the angles are equal or sides have the same proportion. We can't do anything with sides here. But again, parallel lines going to form equal alternate interior. I'm going to call this angle 1 and this one 2. I'm going to call this angle 3 and this angle 4. Because parallel lines mean congruent alternate interior. Sorry, I should have said congruent here, not equal. So this proof, which again, sometimes people think proofs are bad, not really. I have 2 pairs of angles. So triangle QUA is similar to triangle ACA. That's my angle-angle similarity. For today, I want you to review the rest of this, make sure you're ready if we do have a test on it, and then tomorrow we will start in on the next chapter. So, no extra homework tonight. Good seeing you. As always, call if you have a question. You can call at any time. Well, I should say, anytime after 9 in the morning and anytime before 7 p.m. Thanks much. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.